To RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. So I'm not even gonna lie with y'all. Like I've been like the past like hour and a half. I've been filling out this stuff for my son, right? And basically I spoke to the people on the phone. I'm gonna be in that bitch tomorrow. You feel me? Whether I look the best or whatever. However, so I'm gonna be in that bitch tomorrow. I know that. In that courtroom, you know what I'm saying? So I can fill it out in person. I'm glad I spoke to her today. I was still trying to fill it out on my phone because my phone got spiderweb. So like I couldn't fill out the file and send it back to her. I just finished filling it out and I sent it back to her. But when I sent it to my email to send it to her, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of this new phone stuff, I'm not that phone savvy on it or whatever. But you get what I'm saying? I'm just happy that I have more of an understanding, and I spoke to her even 3 days prior, so I can just send her this information and she can get her summons to court. But more than anything, y'all, I will say I'm the happiest man. I'm gonna tell you why. I literally saw my child, what he looks like for the first time in 5.5 years today. Through a picture, not in person, but y'all don't even know how big that is for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm around people right now with their kids. They don't know how blessed they are to be in their children's lives. You know what I mean? I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody, but it's a real thing, you know. And for me to be the black man too, that's why this punishment is here right now, y'all. Cause this is their system. I just spoke to 2 Asian dudes and a white dude. This they system. You feel me? This they unnatural species system. And we know they don't care about their own. We see what they do to their own kids and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's a very beautiful thing. Be ready to go in there tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? I'm one of the most defiant people. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get how some people even still try to break my spirit in certain ways that they do with how strong I am. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It lets me know that a lot of people are dealing with a lot more mental illness than they'll lead on to, you know, because somebody that's been dealing with certain stuff that I have for so long and already faced and still got the strength that I have and still be on what I be on, regardless of anything, that lets me know most people have undeveloped brains. That's what that says. That says I can only deal with what's in front of me and I can't see anything further. You know what I mean? That's what that screams. But I'm very, very happy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wanna put my son's picture. I started to do it. I was about to post my son and post a picture of him, but I feel like it's a blessing out of the pictures that I did post of him that he's not on the internet like that, and I kind of want to keep it that way. You feel me? So not to say it like that, but I'm not gonna be posting a picture of him that I'm so in love with right now. Like this shit is crazy, man. My son. I'm telling you, my son gonna be having y'all women having heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? How handsome my son is. My son on that. You feel me? My son on that, y'all. You know. But could you imagine? But this is. I will say this though. When my anatomy switch all the way over, right? Y'all got to think about it. Like with this system being designed against all black people. So when I be saying me, that's what I be meaning when I be saying that. When I'm talking about this system design, like when you see a European person struggling, going through anything, when you see a white person struggling, when you see an Asian person struggling, when you see anybody with blue veins that's struggling, I'm not saying that I don't feel sorry for them because they could be down and out. Anyone could be lack for many different reasons within this monetary system, right? But I still be looking at them like, how the fuck is you struggling? How the fuck is you struggling in a system that was made by your species? You know what I'm saying? How you manage to get your, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't be making sense to me. I be seeing why it be like that with us, though. You know what I mean? No matter how good we work jobs or we do this and that, y'all, we still go through shit that's, like, extra. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy that all that shit is being brought to the forefront and it's shutting down more by the day. That's why I tell y'all every day as a black person, just make sure you make it to your next day. You feel me? Don't worry about anything else. Don't let these people make you crash out. Stand in your power. You feel me? They got a little bit left on the planet to be doing the destruction that they've been made to do. You feel me? So you can't really expect anything else from them, but still in a manner of if you come across anybody with animal DNA that has a general respect or is a nice person, definitely acknowledge it. You feel me? And I say that because, you know, dealing with people with animal DNA, Like y'all, like some of the stuff, the post that I just posted today, like for instance, when I post the post talking about white people, how professional they speak and stuff like that, and I broke all of that down, and then I was talking about how it's kind of like annoying and stuff like that. Y'all notice like real quick, a white woman commented on it, and she was just like, basically like, yeah, they pissed me off too, like a white woman, you know what I mean? Because you see in their own species talk about their own species bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So they looking really goofy. Yesterday, you know, they validated each other's lies, right? Where it was like it wasn't them, a lot of them calling out their own lies. So it was just like them just having cognitive dissonance, standing on that lie. Now today, it's Asian women talking about the Asian hate for black people and their culture. It's crazy Asian women on the internet talking about it and how disgusting it is. You know, it's Asian men talking about it. You know, it's white men talking about how dangerous white men are and how they got like insatiable egos. You know what I mean? That desire can never be filled. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why is because of that animal DNA. It's because of the animals that they share DNA with. That's why I've been telling y'all this for the longest. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that it's coming out now. You know, and I'm happy that we're realizing it. Because at the end of the day, y'all, it's not about them. I remember like I used to get real frustrated, and whenever I seen them act like how they acted, I wanted to put my hands on them. I'm gonna be honest with you. You feel me? Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, God. Peace, power, abundance, brother. You know, I remember that's how I felt, and not even from a racist standpoint. I was just like, why y'all gotta be like this? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about genetics and none of that. But now when I see them act that way, I don't even get offended no more. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I really feel sorry for them in a way, because I know that this is their heaven, and the money's their God. This is their heaven. The most of what they're gonna have of anything that's of like real growth is whatever they have or they can buy with money on this planet. The last of this system being up. You feel me? So it's like, with that being said, you know what I mean? Like, I feel sorry for them. I'm like, I travel to dimensions. What I do is past reality as people know it. Your modern black people, and we getting back to that as this shit shuts down and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, our children are gonna be safe again and all of that. But yeah, no, like, shout out to everybody in here. Shout out Jeff. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, it's a beautiful thing. No, but so the white woman that commented on my thing, right? And I screenshotted that from my TikTok, and I put that on my shorts on here so y'all can see it, right? If you go to that same joint on my TikTok right now, it's hella other white people commenting on it, talking about how other white people pissed them off. You get what I'm saying? So that's how goofy they look when they be trying to act like when you try to act like when you try to not acknowledge the genocide in which you're living off of, you know what I'm saying, of your forefathers yesterday. You look goofy as shit when your own species is not even invalidating your cognitive dissonance. They're calling you out on it. You know what I'm saying? By the day on the internet. You feel me? So like, I'm very, very happy for that. You know, but I will say this. It shows how I'm being watched, because it was so, when I tell y'all I blocked it so fast, because like my energy is too strong, you know, like my energy is too strong, and I'll crash out if necessary too. You know what I mean? If somebody play with me in the wrong way, like I'll turn to a demon quick, but I don't put that energy out. But everybody got a stinger though, you know. But what I was about to say was the video that I put on there with the white woman, right? Somebody commented on it, and they was like this, like that, da 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 da. You get what I'm saying? I know y'all getting pissed off. You feel me? I'm just waiting for one of y'all motherfuckers to jump out there though. I'm just waiting for one of y'all motherfuckers to jump out there. I promise you on my soul. Because the moment when y'all do that, y'all gonna be, I'm gonna make sure that I make an example out of you for all of my followers to see. Even my trolls, best believe. I'm even take a picture of you. You feel me? Like I said, my email in that junk. You feel me? But yeah, like I said, peace, power, abundance to all of y'all. Oh, I'll take y'all with me in the restroom before I rock out. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the energy, the vibration is too high though. Because I be doing too much for the collective, even in the mix of the abuse or the infringement of this false ideology that's upon me. You feel me? Like I met this one guy just real quick. I seen her a couple days and we was chopping it up and shit. Her energy on 1,000. But it just shows you how energy work. Tell me why, like we vibing and shit. Tell me why while we vibing, all of a sudden like a slave catcher come out of nowhere on some like spying energy type shit. And I peeped her and shit, and she peeped it, and he was just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all that vibration be something else. But this is what that mean though. You get what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Tosh. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. You said a slave catcher? What's that? It's your modern day police with the same type of badge, regardless of what state of any precinct that they're so-called policing, call themselves governing us and shit. You know. It's one of them things. I know all of y'all that's real. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm so glad that all this is happening, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I read energy well. So when I'm around y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't even need to talk to you. I can read your whole energy to tell what you're on. You feel me? But this is why I'm so happy what's happening right now. Because there's so much people that's racist as hell towards us, right? But y'all be putting on a front, or even to an extent of y'all not to look like that, to maybe even seem like y'all are honorable people. I read through all of that shit though, and I know a lot of that shit be bullshit, right? And the truth is coming out, and it's gonna come out way worse than it's even coming out now. It's gonna come out in ways that's like so crazy that it's gonna make that side of y'all come out. You feel me? Like it's gonna get harder and harder for y'all to hide it. And you were even able to tell on the internet. That's why as I be giving knowledge and giving truth, y'all be going crazy as my subscribers are going crazy by the day. I didn't even think that I would reach tier that fast like that. You feel me? And I just reached 1,000. Like my shit going crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm very grateful. I'm very proud. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I did this for awareness purposes, to reach people about the truth that's inevitably coming out, regardless if you want to believe what I'm saying or not. You feel me? You can check the sunspots right now. You can check these recent CMEs that's hitting the planet along, and use your common sense if you know how to read shit along with the ones that they not mentioning. But you can feel it though. You know what I mean? But you can feel it though. You can feel when that energy is on 1,000. You feel me? So, you know, like I said, I just pray y'all well as this shit shuts down. You feel me? Pray y'all well. I'ma be well, you know? But it's like, for me, it's the most simple stuff though. Like you gotta think about it. Like, I don't even eat meat. You feel me? Average people that's around me, like y'all be eating chicken, beef, pork, fish. Y'all be eating all types of meat. Chicken and shit. I don't eat none of that shit. The worst that you gonna see me sabotage, and it's very random, is like some like McDonald's fries or some shit like that. Or like, I'm gonna be honest, some Boffy and shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like for real, bro. And I'm trying to switch that back in as fast as I put that in. Cause I be on my T-tip. You feel me? That was me self-sabotaging. But like, that's something that, you know, it's something very, very serious, you know? For real, for real. Y'all gonna go meet the restroom real quick. But nah, like the goddess that I was talking to, though. Oh, dang. She cute as shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all what makes her so cute though. What makes her so cute? What makes her so cute is her mind. You feel me? That's what makes her so cute. Like we was chopping it up, y'all. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna jump out there, but I just seen the peep because you know I observed. So like I said something to her, we started chopping it up and shit. Looked at me, you feel me? But I seen her a past couple of days when I was gonna talk to her, but I just didn't jump out there, you feel me? And then she mentioned it and shit, and she was just like, yeah, like I'm like, yeah, I seen you too, you feel me? That's how energy be working though, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. That's how energy be working, you feel me? Like it'll be like a bad feeling or whatever, you feel me? And it's like the vibration be on 1,000, you feel me? And like, I ain't even gonna hold up real quick. Let me take it, bro. I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick. I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick. You know what I mean? Hey, Brit better snatch me up, or Nestle Quick better snatch me up. Brit and Nestle Quick better snatch my little ass up before it's too late. You really? I'm trying to tell y'all. You playing though. But I will say this, for the people that got anything negative to say, right? I hope y'all be putting that same energy into like y'all goals or like, I don't know, just into what y'all like and shit, you feel me? I hope so. I mean, y'all don't, y'all do what y'all do, you feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put that shit, you gotta, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Niggas can't tell me shit. Every day I'm getting closer to my planet. I'm getting closer to my planet back to how it should be, how it always was and shit. You can't tell me that's not the best thing in the world. Like, regardless of black people, of us, regardless of us being divided, that shit is being shortened by the day. You feel me? That shit is being shortened by the day. And not only is it being shortened by the day, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what's real. We really can't be manipulated no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people can overcompensate or act like they don't hear what we're saying and stuff like that. But as far as like black people for real, anything that we know about us and who we are or what's been done, there's nothing that can be said to make us like not know that that's really what it is or that's the truth. You feel me? And that's one of the best parts. I ain't even gonna lie, because for the longest we was able to be manipulated where it's like they say this and make this seem like this and then think this took place and not really this. You feel me? But no, nah, we know it all now. And we can't be manipulated anything besides the truth or really who we are, what we supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? None of that. And that's like a good ass feeling, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can't even tell y'all how good. Enjoy the rest of your day, goddess. I can't even tell y'all how good that feeling is. Like, cause we've been through it all, y'all. We've been through it all. You feel me? So the fact that we on that type of time real quick, you feel me? Yeah, feel. Let me see where we at with it. We just vibing right now. I got done what I needed to handle. Damn. What you realize, one of the things that you realize, right, as you raise your frequency in life, and don't let you raise your frequency while you're going through a financial struggle, that's gonna make it even worse. But even if your money is right, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna keep the same thing. But you really realize how much people are really like insecure and got like low self-esteem. You feel me? For real. You really realize that. I'm just reading some of these comments. I'm not even gonna repeat some of this stuff or shout them people out. But Michelin Games. I'm about to answer your question, Michelin. But the reason why you say that is why I say this is because you realize how much people don't like naturally think highly of themselves and shit. I'm gonna be real. Regardless of what they accomplished, like an individual success or having them things, if they already don't have that love for themselves in general, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Because it's like one thing when especially for a man, but a woman too, like if when you're content with yourself, right? Or not content but you're happy with yourself and stuff like that, people project how they feel about themselves. So anybody in here, you know, besides the positivity and stuff like that in here that would give of a negative comment or anything like that, whatever that would be, and I didn't do nothing to them personally, those are all people that's how they feel about themselves. You feel me? And like you really realize that, because when your vibration is just low, you get what I'm saying? They're just gonna match low with low. But it's not going to be like in an attack form. But when you're raising your vibration and you get what I'm saying, you get attacked. But this is why, because it's hurtful. It's hurtful for oh my, it's hurtful like the for them to see you in your light regardless. You feel me? It's almost like an attack for them type of niggas. So it's like, Like, I know, like some of y'all see my channel grow and it growing more and more as I'm getting more known about what I be speaking about and bringing attention to. You feel me? And y'all see how relentless I am and how strong my spirit is. You get what I'm saying? But for those that do hate on me because of that, I'm gonna let you know, like, you know, if you can be like me on that type of tip too. You feel me? Regardless if you got more of me or less than me or in the same field, whatever, like you can be like that. You feel me? There ain't nothing but to be on it. Now I'm gonna answer your question, Michelin. You said my faith. You said what's your faith? Um, I say my faith. Um, I'm my faith is I'm gonna I'm gonna throw a lot of y'all sideways when I say this because y'all might not know why I'm saying this, but I believe in that sun in the sky. What you mean? It's the reason I got a sun on the side of my face. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? And and I know I got like a lot of new followers and y'all, and it's growing by the day, but that's what I mainly be talking about. But no, I believe in a higher being. If y'all want to believe that, I used to be a Christian. Um, but if you want to say whether I believe in a higher being or someone that's of that same energy that can do the closest things to any magnificent God of any culture of any religion, and the closest to that, um, I would say, you know what I'm saying, genetically, biologically, anatomically, I say the black woman. The black woman was having babies by herself before even there was any, you know, um, XY even. You know what I mean? Um, for that matter. So I'll say that. Lunch break over, back to work now. Auntie. Hey, Gushin 69, Granny, ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? If put it like that, don't feel bad for that though. No, there's a lot of stuff that I gotta do. You feel me? But there's stuff that's more important than that. The main stuff that I speak on about children and what's happening with them and stuff like that, right? Um, there's nothing more important than the stuff that I speak on a daily basis. You said I hear you. Sounds like you've had pancakes for. Nigga, I ain't having a spiritual awakening. I had a spiritual remembrance. Just say that I'm remembering who I am more by the day, and you know, because waking up, I don't really like that word waking up because that word waking up makes it seem like it's like you can go backwards. You feel me? It ain't really waking up. I'm remembering who I am, what's been done on my planet, what I'm supposed to be doing, what's mainly important. Like as my anatomy, y'all gotta remember, my anatomy is changing faster than the average black male out here. So as my anatomy is changing for the better faster, it's like, you know what I mean? More of me remembering from a species standpoint who I am and what's been done, what I'm supposed to be doing. All of that is coming to me fast as hell, like really fast. You get what I'm saying? You say you're a vegetarian. That's what's up. People be thinking I'm a vegetarian too. You feel me? But I just don't eat meat because it's not good for my anatomy. And I know a lot of the meat that they be putting out there is not even meat even to start with. You know what I'm saying? To be real with y'all, I'm gonna be real. So it's like even that more so like I ain't about to be eating no body parts and none of that shit. Y'all got me fucked up. That shit ain't happening with me. You know? I'm gonna be real. That's a big no-no. Say, why do y'all do y'all hair like that? It looks kind of dumb. Hey, these is just more reasons why we should separate. Of course, you're not gonna get why we wear our hair how we do. If you're not neuromelanated, it wasn't for you to get. That's like hearing a lion. That's like an elephant asking a lion, why does the lion roar the way it does? You get what I'm saying? A lion gonna roar regardless. Like, a lion ain't gonna explain that elephant why a lion does lion things. You get what I'm saying? You gotta really think about what you're saying right now. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody said that's his hair. Good Lord. Yeah. You know, my shit grow straight up to the sun. You feel me? I don't even have my hair nice right now, but like I didn't when I put this bun in, I wasn't trying to make my bun all neat. I didn't give a fuck about that. Like I'm not embarrassed to show that my hair is nappy. You feel me? Why would I be embarrassed in my natural state? You know? That's one of the biggest problems with us as neuromelanated people. It's just a question. I feel you, but it was a dumb question. You know? It was a dumb question. You're supposed to think before you speak. You feel me? Not just open your mouth. You see the deal with you where, and then when people don't like it, you say they're racist. Nah, I didn't say that. You said that. You said that, Willard Jason. And again, even you, I seen your name a couple of times. I don't know why you still on my shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to tell you get my dick out your mouth, bro. Like, why you on somebody's page that you so irritated about? Is it because I'm still growing regardless of your validation? Why you on my shit? You feel me? No, but I'm gonna tell you. I didn't even say that nothing about him being racist or anything. I mean, I know you're argumentative, but I didn't say that. But the being in cahoots with that though, I will say this though, because it made me just think of it. Even if not confronted with it exactly, because a lot of people have a lack of awareness of what they're living in, right? And that's why like I have like a lot of empathy and compassion for everybody. Still, a lot of people really don't know what's been done, the genocide that's deemed as regular reality, what we're living in. Like they really don't know down to the T really what's what. So it's like, who could I, but only even as an organic being, to get so mad about how deep the lack of awareness is due to the genocide of the embedded lies, right? So like that's a realization with me, right? Or else I probably would have been snapping on everybody, but I don't be on that tip, right? But I will say this though, everybody that's living off of us, you know what I mean? The majority of people, or even if you break it down how they're living off of us, or off the black woman and her creations, I guarantee you, if you was to break it down to people, if I was to tell you, and you at or any state and say it to people, I guarantee you nothing will change. I guarantee you, you know? Hey, shout out OG Kicks. Hey, yeah, shout out, get my likes up. Yeah, shout out y'all, man. What do you think about, who cares? All right, where's his hair? I'm new to his stream and never thought about it for a second. Right, you feel me? Right. What is you a male so focused on another man the way he wears his hair? Right, that's gay. Thank you for calling that out too, yo. You know what I'm saying? You should be examining women like that, not men. That's weird, bro. Hey, thank you, Pancake, for calling him out like that. Y'all taking a somebody's like, you know what, this looks good. I like, I'm ready for the day. It looks like, yeah, people like you. I'm gonna just get you out of here. I usually be letting people speak, but I know a person like Willard Jason. They wouldn't. They would just try to troll on the internet and never reveal themselves because they already know they'd probably get maxed on. See, somebody like you from my city, bro, you probably be shot in a day, bro. I'm from Baltimore. Your ass would be wiped out. Niggas would stand over your little shit, homie. Like real shit. A nigga like you wouldn't even, hell yeah. Type of nigga like you came on the block, yo, I'd tell Shorty like, yeah, get your dumb ass out of here, yo. Shorty been here too long, and I don't think he for this lifestyle for real. I would get ignorant, but I don't be trying to be ignorant though, yo. You gotta be a good person. You gotta spread love. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to be on no negative stuff. You're right. It is the planet of the apes. It's a lot of apes on my planet. You know that. You know the DNA of the apes of an average ape. Respectfully saying, every European that's around me right now got DNA of that ape. You know what I'm saying? I got apes all around me. People with no biological identification. Nothing in nature can describe their existence. But yet they have DNA, gene sequences that they share different percentages of these animals that naturally wouldn't sexually reproduce with each other. Make it make sense. You feel me? Make it make sense. You're right. It is the planet of the apes. You feel me? It definitely is. Respectfully saying, you know? Respectfully saying, it really is. You know? I know how I be wording it. I be making it sound so bad because it really is that bad. And I got no cut cards, you know, towards anyone that doesn't want to protect children. You know what I mean? Because I care for all children. So that's how I am, you know? So I can't get behind a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That people trying to make it seem like, you know what I mean, that they really care about children, that they really don't. You feel me? You feel me, Jason? In the name like Jason Williams, I'm hoping you play basketball, man. You gotta be Jason. With that name, you gotta be the Jason Williams of all Jason Williams. You gotta be the Jason Williams of all Jason Williams, man. Nah, but yeah, y'all, I'm about to get at y'all though. I know I value and respect y'all for real. But it's been a good day. Hey, when you survive, when you make it to your next day as a black male, like one of the guys told me, he said you gotta be like Clark Kent. I was like, man, I didn't even think of it like that, but nah, for real though, you do. Because it's like, it's so much attacks, so much jealousy, so much envy. Like I saw a video one of the guys posted and he said he was in a bar and this white dude got mad at him and he basically said that he's like he was saying how ignorant we are because it's like we're physically stronger, we're better and everything, but yet we're mentally weak. And he said that he got mad and he grabbed him up and he shook him, and then he was like he feels the same way, and then he let him go, the guy. And then the white dude said to him, he said, he's like, you're the only one that proved me any different, right? But there's so much angles to that, right? But it's a reality though, right? You know, like how they say, put something in a book if you don't want to see it, right? It's very true. All of us right now can go right to any library, get genetics for dummies, you know, any volume of these books or anything, and learn our anatomy, to eat better, to know what we're capitulating in, all levels of stuff that's genocide for us to move differently. Right now, we could, you know, be able to articulate ourselves in the hospitals when they're medically and mentally evaluating our young guys and goddesses from a completely separate genetic makeup standpoint. We could do all of that right now, right? But we're not going to do it, or because of the lies how they're embedded, the majority of people will think it's just bogus and someone's just talking out of their, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to in front of a kid, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real. You could be on that right now, you know? But I tell you this, if you are one of those people that do that, and it's really depressing, it's uplifting. It is. It's uplifting, but it's depressing also, because the more you become aware of how certain stuff is set up, or how it's connected to a frequency standpoint, or to lower your frequency or anything like that, you start seeing how the attack is really on us as neuromelanated people. And as an organic being, when you see that attack is on us like that, it does hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all enjoy. We'll see y'all day. Reflections, peace, power, abundance, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I just be trying to go against the grain of the stuff that we deal with on a daily basis, that everybody be trying to act like they don't see. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's pretty much what it all be. Because like I be wanting to empower us, like a lot of damage has been done to us, but when I say that the only thing they're gonna be talking about going forward is genetics, the sun, and children. That's all that they're gonna be talking about, because after this winter solstice, watch how this radiation increases while that ozone layer is already gone, which lets you know it's a punishment, you know what I'm saying, around DNA, because we're all not one human race. That lets you know that one of them things could have been happening while the other one wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they're both happening at the same time, that lets you know, even if you don't want to look at it from a punishment state, let's just say the way that everybody's supposed to be living, we're not supposed to be living like this, you know? But a lot of the ways that's the most genocidal or the most harmful in ways that we're living, tell me why it's enforced, you know? Now, even if you think about it from that standpoint with the slave catchers, right? Like the police or whatever, you know what I mean? The head of any police is the complex cell organism, European man to be exact, right? But you got some of us that's in there working off of a lack of awareness of even what that occupation even stands for. So you'll see some neuromelanated people in there, you'll see some melanated people in there. You get what I'm saying? Looking goofy as anything, not even knowing their history or really what they're signing up for. You know, or they do, and they have Stockholm syndrome and just don't care. You know, either or, it's real bad though. But it's crazy because even them, the level of toxicity in which they're protecting y'all, like they're like small, like lower foot runners. Like they don't even, you feel me? That's why it's so crazy when they don't even take their public servant standpoint of actually being for the people, you know, that illusion, because they wasn't even designed for that to start with, you know. But I value y'all though. Y'all know I do. And it's like at the end of the day, I wish the fate wasn't sealed on both sides, right? Because it's still for us also as organic people. You got to remember the three things that we did that we wasn't supposed to do, right? We turned our backs on each other. We turned our backs on our children, specifically subjugated our children to the species that fed our children, the alligators, y'all, and did the most inhumane, unhinged stuff. We got our children in those people's clutches as if like they've ever been for our safety or greater good, right? With no manipulation. Then we interbreeded. We interbreeded, and that was already done even to make them to start with. You get what I'm saying? You know, you gotta think about who made them, right? We gonna meet their creator, but I'm gonna say this though, like all of this disrespect that we did to ourselves is deemed as regular reality. We didn't even look at it like that. Off of us falling in such a docile state, you know, due to how we eat, you know what I'm saying? What we listen to, like everything is important of what goes in, you know, everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this, like I'm grateful for the standpoint of my future species. They're not gonna have to be modern day slaves or succumb to being a modern day slave due to the fact of the division of their brother or sister with their same genetic makeup. That's moving ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That can't happen no more. You know, I'm happy that Mother Nature realizes that and she's doing what she's done. You know, with me understanding what I have more empathy and compassion for all people with my understanding of what's been done around these genetics. But I don't respect it though, and I definitely don't respect it where we're at right now, and how the sun is separating us and revealing who's natural and who's not. Right? Who's having complications with that gas giant in the sky? Who's not, and all of that. I don't like. I feel like with what's inevitable and what's happening, I just wish that they would just come out and tell the truth, because it's going to make more of a mental health attack as it gets forced out even more than it is now. How people are going to be acting, you know what I mean? On both sides, prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, natural or unnatural. It's going to be on both sides. You know what I mean? Because I told y'all for the longest, the most dangerous person on the planet isn't a white man or white woman, right? The most dangerous person on the planet is a neuromelanated person. You know, I really want to say a neuromelanated woman, the black woman, right? Because she come before me. You know? That's why a lot of times, even in political situations and stuff, you always see they always got that one black woman, and they got her in a specific area when they go about spreading the information too. Not even just on TV, right? You know, and they be knowing exactly how they be playing with the energy, but. You know, well, you know what they say. What will only be done to you is what you allow. You know what I'm saying? But how you get to that standpoint of not allowing and being manipulated all the way from the outside in, right? You're aware of your anatomy. You know how your pancreas works. You know how your frontal lobe works. You know what I mean? You know your axon tracks, your neurons. You know how they operate. You know if you have a nucleus or not, right? You know all of this. So you know what you're putting in, how it's gonna hit you on all levels. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all, man. Peace, power, abundance, y'all way. Everybody just make it to your next day. You know what I'm saying? Try to do something nice for somebody. Learn your anatomy, regardless of your genetic makeup. Stand for children, right? It ain't that hard to do. You know, like I know you might be looked at in a certain manner, but I'm gonna just get off of here for a little bit. That shit just hurt me when I be thinking about it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Peace, power, abundance, y'all way, man. So 3 points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses know how vibrational hearing me. I'm gonna tap in with y'all, yo.